Hello, welcome back to Yellow Shoelaces. Hey guys, I hope you are enjoying this beautiful Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies out there who have those little ones running around. I know that it must be tough. They're out of school. Usually you'd stay home, you get all your presents, have a nice breakfast made for you, beautiful dinner, only to go to sleep, wake up, and know that they're going to leave the house for a full 7 hours of school. But no more. They're home with you tomorrow all day. And you get to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks, and yell, and clean, and do everything because you're in quarantine. Extra love, extra hugs, extra kisses, air, of course. To all my moms out there who've been holding it down during this quarantine, and every other day before and after this quarantine is over. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Okay, you guys know that I was in Charleston for a little bit. I had a family business to take care of down there, and I'm back in business at work. Getting my own things straightened out here at home, making some dinner. Actually, I just made dinner a little while ago. I think it was supper. Is it supper and dinner? Two different things? Supper, dinner? I'm going to say supper because it's almost 7 o'clock. And I think anything after supper is just a late dinner, late supper. I don't know. Needless to say, I'm going to have a little something else to eat before bed. I'm just going to say that. So late supper, late dinner, whatever it is, it's food. That's going to happen. I, did my errands today and got all that situated. While in Charleston, I had a really good time considering I was out there for, personal family issues, but had a good time out there nonetheless, getting to see all my family, my nieces, my nephews, my sisters. It was really cool. I was actually laughing to myself today. I saw this woman spraying herself with Lysol, and I was shocked. I heard these things were happening, but it just, I couldn't even imagine seeing this in person. She's spraying herself with Lysol, and I guess I was staring a little too long because she says to me, I'm a cancer patient, and it just trailed off. And I'm thinking to myself, lady, I get it. You want to be safe, but Lysol, I'm just like, you have chemotherapy that's, lemon scented now, I guess. I don't know. I'm just like, I would think like the Lysol itself would just be like damaging to your skin. But hey, I don't know. To each his own. But I thought that was so funny. I just thought about that today. I don't know why. Well, I was peeling lemons, and I think the smell of the lemons kind of brought me back to that moment because the smell of that lemon scented Lysol was really strong, and the fact that she was spraying it on her body was just, wow, crazy. But yeah, I had a great time out there. I enjoyed the company, just the Southern hospitality. I almost didn't want to come back home. It's different feel down there. People are really polite. Even if they hate you, they're super polite, calling you ma'am and sir. So, I was digging on that for a little bit. But I am home now. It feels good to be in my own bed, my own shower, making my own meals. It's really awesome too. I was at the grocery store today, and everything is pretty much, for me, my grocery store is pretty much in stock right now. I think this is the beginning of the end because there were actual rolls of toilet paper, and not the cheap store brand like Scott's, Charmin, like 12 packs. There were no hordes of people trying to, thug you out for toilet paper. They were there in the aisles, shelves stocked. So I think that's a good sign. I don't care about, Macy's or, Old Navy or any of those stores. Having toilet paper in the store means things are moving forward. They're going in the right direction. So I seen that. I wonder if you guys are, experiencing the same thing, if things are, not leaving the shelves as quickly as they were. I noticed, fruits are there again, salad, milk. I don't drink milk, but, my almond milk has been there. And I've passed through the dairy section. I see they, in stock with the eggs and cheeses and things like that. So, and the lines aren't that intense at the grocery store anymore. So, I guess that's sort of a good sign that things are kind of getting back to normal. And I think by May 15th, they kind of want to start opening up everything again, slowly, soft opening. That's a dirty joke in there somewhere, but I'm going to leave that alone because it's Mother's Day. And you ladies know y'all going to get y'all a little dirty joke in there later on tonight. So I'm going to let that sit. But yeah, it's all good. I was in the laundromat today and I saw the craziest thing. I know most women, want to be pampered today, but we were in a laundromat. And this woman, she looked so annoyed, but she was very patient. I guess the guy that was with her was her husband or boyfriend. She was showing him how to, wash clothes. And this is not knocking any men. I know there are plenty of men out there who, do their own laundry. I get it. But it was just funny watching because he's asking her all these questions. He's like, where does the fabric softener go? She's telling him right here. And he goes, but there's no water in that part. And she says to him, it's okay, you can put the fabric softener there. He goes, well, what do I do with this card? She says, you just put it in a machine and put money on it. It has a chip in it. I don't know if I can swipe it. And I'm looking at her like, girl, I felt for her because she was probably going to stay home in bed, have him do the laundry. But before he even got out the door, he just said to her, where's the shopping cart? Where's the laundry detergent? And she probably says, screw it. You know what? Let me get this done and get it done right. I'm just amazed that he didn't put a bar of soap in the washing machine and just called it a day. That would have been it for me. I would have just went on the floor, died of laughter. That would have totally made my Sunday. But yeah, again, not knocking the guys. I know you're plenty out there. Do your own laundry. I get it. But this gentleman right here, wow. It was funny to watch. But, other than that, it was pretty cool. Shout out to moms and wives out there, holding the household down, keeping your husbands and your boyfriends, in check, showing them the ropes, put a needle and thread in their hand, let them sew a button, sew a sock. Sometimes you want to take a break, and sit down, relax and have some wine, and they need to get out there and start cooking and cleaning and doing their do. Those who don't do it need to get out there and start, participating in the action, that sewing action. So today is a beautiful day. Sat outside for a little bit, enjoyed some of the sunshine, watched the birds fly by, hang out and chill. It was pretty cool. I like doing that. Just sitting around, doing nothing, just contemplating life and where we all are at this point in our lives, this quarantine. I can't wait for it to be over and just kind of get back to normal. And I was thinking going back to work, that interaction when everybody just starts coming in, we're probably not even going to recognize some of our coworkers. They're going to be so relaxed and just at peace, and coming back into this crazy, work environment. They might lose it. They might need a vacation just from the first day of work. People yelling and screaming and demanding that they get what they want because they want it now. You know how some people are. I want what I want and I want it now. So that's going to be pretty interesting. And then there are those who are so comfortable being home. They're going to be angry just coming back into work. They're not going to want to have anything to do with anyone at all because they just had, a time home. It's like you get up in the morning, make some breakfast, take a nap, get up, have some lunch, go to the bathroom, take another nap, read. So you're doing everything at your leisure, and now to come back into a place where someone's like constantly on your back to get something done at a certain time, that's going to be mentally challenging. So I guess once you get the call to come back to work, I'd like to think that they would give you at least a week or 2 weeks notice so that you can just kind of mentally prepare to get yourself situated to get back into this work environment, especially if you were in like a stressful office type job where, your boss was just kind of always on your back. Whew, I can't even imagine, starting fresh after weeks off, coming back into that. And I was thinking they should have a new policy at work where you're allowed, without any penalty, to say, pick 3 choice words to call someone if they get on your nerves. So let's just say someone comes in and starts bitching and complaining, and you could just be like, listen here, you cow. That's one. Or, listen here, dumbass. And maybe you'll have 2 dumbasses in a day, but now you're going to kind of have to weigh who is the bigger dumbass. So you can only use dumbass one time that day. So dumbass would be 1 word. Cow would be your 2nd word, and then your 3rd word of choice. But you have to use them carefully because you only get 3. No penalties. That'll be it. I think the workflow would be amazing. People will get to, get stuff off their chest, be calm. And because you have to ration these words out, it would give you a minute to think about it. Is this person really getting on my nerves? Are they really worth one of my words? I think that would be so amazing if we could just do that and get away with it. I have some choice words. I have a list. And if I had that green light, believe me, I would have the most productive week every day for the next 6 months. It would work. So yeah, that would be pretty cool. I don't know. I just sit home and I'm thinking about all these things in quarantine. Been watching a lot of TV and some old time TV shows, which really gets under my skin. I was watching, Mommy Dearest, Joan Crawford. And there's one scene in there where, she's screaming at her daughter, Christina, no wire hangers. And I'm thinking to myself, of course, after 2 glasses of wine, no wire hangers. This is a child. I mean, she doesn't buy her own clothes. You buy the clothes. You're yelling at her about wire hangers. You're the one who got clothes with wire hangers on them. So you should be mad at yourself. I know it's a movie. Don't judge me. Because I already judged myself after the wine wore off. Because I just couldn't understand. But I'm thinking, no wire hangers. And this child was beaten because she had wire hangers in her closet. But she doesn't even have the money to buy her own clothes. Yes, people, this is what I do in quarantine. Liquored up. Okay, not liquored up. Wind up. It's a difference. So yeah, been making some amazing meals. I've been cooking a lot more fresh food. I've been making some amazing ginger tea, fresh ginger, fresh lemon, which is awesome. Oh my God, it's so good. And I don't know why I didn't make my own tea before, as opposed to just getting tea bags, because I could put my lemon in there. I can put my dried hibiscus flowers in there. Lemon, boil the water. It's just delicious just to sip on all day. I've been making more, meals with mushrooms, and I love mushrooms. Tofu, and some meat substitutes. Even though I can use mushrooms as meat substitutes, I've been, using some packaged meats, which I do, the Beyond sausages and the burgers, which are really good. And I tried to give some to one of my friends, and they were kind of skeptical, but once they ate the sausages, they thought it was pretty good mixed with the tofu. I don't use a lot of veggies in my foods. I like vegetables. There's some that I don't like, and when I tell people that there are certain vegetables I don't like, they get all up in arms. How can you be a vegan and not like this vegetable and that vegetable? I don't like squash. I don't like eggplant. And I say to them, there are foods that you don't like. I'm a vegan, so if I don't like a vegetable, I'm a crazy vegan, but there are meats that meat eaters don't like. Some meat eaters don't like fish. Some meat eaters don't like ham or beef. Okay, I know beef is a stretch, but there are some meat eaters that don't eat beef. But nobody gets all up in arms with them saying, oh my God, you don't like beef? How could you? It's not the end of the world for them. and they're okay with it. Just because I'm vegan doesn't mean I have to eat every vegetable. It's just insane to me. They get all up in arms. Nobody gets upset with a meat eater because they don't eat certain meats. So I find that kind of crazy. They don't say like, oh, you're the worst meat eater because you don't like chicken. You know, you can say you don't like pork or chicken and there's no questions asked. Yes, people, I don't eat every vegetable. There are some vegetables that I do not like, and it's okay. I still eat some vegetables. I still eat food. I'm going to be okay. So please, don't get all freaked out. Don't tell me that I don't like eggplant because I've never had your eggplant. I don't like eggplant at all. So thank you. So with that, I am trying some new cover art for this podcast, and I want to give a shout out to Terrain. He actually designed my new cover art that you guys are going to see once this podcast is uploaded. I think it's really cute. It's an idea that I was toying with for a little while because I just wanted something a little bit different. So I tried something new and he helped me out with that. He actually drew it for me. So we're going to try that for a little bit and see how that works. But I think it kind of looks pretty good as cover art. So, and thankfully I've been pretty safe from any crazy arguments or fighting or anything like that during this quarantine, which is pretty awesome. One, because I do most of my conversating over the phone. And even when I go into work with the coworkers, you know, we are so busy doing our own thing. We don't have time to get, you know, deep in conversation about anything crazy. But that kind of brought something to mind. I'm thinking, what about everyone who's living in studio apartments with their girlfriend or boyfriend? And imagine having an argument and the only door you can slam is the bathroom door. That's insane, because like you're basically checking the mail like every hour on Sunday because you just need to get out of that house. Can you just imagine that feeling? You start an argument and you have to sit and look in each other's face and it's nowhere to go. And you're going out to smoke a cigarette even though that you don't smoke. Oh man, that's tough. And you're just yelling and screaming at each other. And you're basically walking around the kitchen table, yelling and screaming with nowhere to go. But I guess you can open up the refrigerator door and use that as a block. You don't want to look at them too long. But then you got to worry about the food going bad. Oh, my studio people, I love you. You know, you get a shout out too, because you've endured so much living in such close quarters with your significant other. Yeah, I mean, the patience you must, like, I can imagine, like, I would start off the day with, listen, we're not going to talk about A, B, C, or D because we know we're going to get into a fight. I would have so many board games, simple games that you can't yell and fight about and that you can't cheat. Like Connect 4, you can't really cheat with Connect 4. Or, no, spades is violent. Especially if you're black and playing spades, it's violent. I played that when I was in Charleston, and one of my nieces, like, she's a thug. I thought she was going to cut me for a minute. I can't play spades with anyone. So it has to be something really simple. Connect 4, it has to be like a game of, I don't know, Hangman, or, you know, you'd have to even break out the old school like Atari games, because you can't really cheat like Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man Jr. You'd have to do something like that. Order it off of Amazon. That's the only way you're going to stay sane in that house. I can't see any other way. It's insane. So yes, my studio dwellers, shout out to you. The patience you must have, because when you come out of this, you're going to be a lot stronger for it. I hope. Either that or you're going to find someone else to snuggle up with in a one bedroom. You know, hey, it happens. But guys, that is it for this episode. I want you to remember to like and subscribe and to always remain intrigued. Have a good one.